Alright, so we open up this episode with the death of Kirk's mama now. Kirk and Rashida, they done flew up north to say goodbye to Kirk's mama. And you know, Rashida was also close to Kirk's mama, so the pain is just as bad for her as it is for him. But one thing I do know when it comes down to death, it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's a friendship circle, a family, a marriage, or whatever it is. Sometimes death can put things into different perspectives and make you think about the things that you're upset about. You know, sometimes when we're upset with a person, you know, when a person that's really close to us die, it's kind of like, you know, what the fuck am I mad with her for? You know what I'm saying? Why the hell am I still upset? Why am I holding a grudge? Why does whatever we got going on even matter right now? You know what I mean? And sometimes it takes something very tragic for us to understand that it really don't mean shit. It really ain't that deep. You know what I mean? So we can honestly say that the death has brought Kirk and Rashida a little bit close together at this point in time. It honestly has. And, you know, I can't be mad at that. Now, what I will say is, I understand it bringing them close together. I understand it making them see the error of both of their ways. But at this point, I don't give a fuck. That does not mean that Rashida needs to take that shit lightly. She still needs to be hard up on Kirk ass for everything he has put her ass through. And that's just real talk. But we're going to go ahead and skip over to later on in the episode when she's doing the workout video. But, you know, because soon after the funeral, they jump right back into work mode and they, you know, got ready to film the workout video. So as they're doing that, Rashida reveals that she bought a new space in the Galleria Mall in Houston for a new spot in Press, which I remember her talking about when I was in Atlanta. This past February, you know, I ain't going that bitch store. You know, two of my friends, my friend and his boyfriend, they went up and pressed and I stood my ass outside the store. Because when I say I don't fuck with a bitch, I don't fuck with a bitch and I'm not going in her shit. That's just bottom line. Now, Charlene was up in that motherfucker by herself. I would have went in there and I would have spoke to Charlene, you know what I'm saying? Or even Kelsey. But Rashida, I wasn't going in that bitch store. I don't like her, so I ain't going. If y'all follow me on Snapchat, y'all seen it. I wasn't going in that bitch though. But however, she opened up a store in Houston. Like she was telling my friends, she was gonna open up a store in Houston because, you know, it's a big city. Is that's where the money is. Blah 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 blah. Because they even suggested to Rashida that she open up a store where we're from, and she said, nobody wants to come to Jackson, Mississippi. Okay, bitch. But he don't agree with her doing that, but she feel like, why not? We already know that Press is the money maker, and at this point, you got a few extra bills. Shaded him being on child support. So yeah, you know that Press is the money maker, bitch, because she ain't making no music, and if she is, ain't nobody buying it. So go on and open up that other store like she asked you to. So Keely, she come over to Kay Botch's apartment, and they have a conversation, and you know, my thing with Keely is she's so unlikable. All she does is yell and scream. It's like she don't have no whisper in her voice. I'm pretty sure the bitch got kicked out of several libraries because that bitch is so fucking loud. She's a loud ass, obnoxious ass bitch, and I just don't like her. But you know, they confront their issues, and you know, Bocce really ain't with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't really be playing with her ass. All she wanna do is sit up and yell and scream and talk about, I'm from Detroit, don't play with me. I'm from Detroit, don't play with me. Bitch, who gives a fuck about where you from, bitch? Every time you get into it with somebody, you always want to throw up where you from and rip your set out a damn time. Bitch, I don't think anyone cares about where the fuck you from, bitch. I know a couple of folks from Detroit. I know a couple of people from Detroit, bitch. But okay, and I mean, everybody always want to throw up where the fuck they from, like bitches from around that way can't get their ass beat or something. Like, bitch, calm your motherfucking ass down, cause yeah, K Bachi was a fuck boy for dealing with Crystal while he was dealing with you, but you was a fuck bitch for not telling him who the fuck your baby daddy was. And at the end of the day, he knew who Blue was. So why the fuck did you keep that from him? Both of y'all hands were dirty. They weren't clean at all. And both of y'all need to own up to your shit. But you want to point the finger and just blame K Bachi for his shit, but yet you don't want to own up to your shit. You was being a bitter ass bitch when you kept your son away from Blue. And then on top of that, not only were you being a a trifling bitch, but you were being spiteful and disloyal. And not only were you being disloyal, you were fucking being dishonest, just like Hibachi was. So just like he said, there's a big hole right there. You should see your way out of it, bitch. And that's exactly what the fuck you did. I love the way Hibachi be handling your bitch ass, because all you want to do is yell and scream, and nobody got time for that. We know your voice got surround sound, bitch. We know. We don't need to hear it all the goddamn time. So Carly, she done invited Mimi, Tokyo, this girl named Amber. I remember Amber from season 5. Her and Tierra got into it, and Tokyo brings Sierra right along with her, just so she can set her up for a friend intervention, because she heard about all this stuff about BK Brasco or whatever. And honestly, Carly, you wrong for that. Because at the end of the day, why do you want to bring Sierra, amongst a table full of people, and bring her around the bitches that's fucking her man? Like, I do get that you probably meant well, because, sometimes when you tell your girls about, or your men, your homeboys, your homegirls, or whatever, which one has it may be, that their boyfriend or girlfriend is cheating on them, a lot of the times they ain't gonna believe you. They're gonna believe their man or their girlfriend over you at the end of the day, because that's who they rocking with, that's who they sleeping with every night or every other night. Whatever you want to do, that's where they gonna turn to. So at the end of the day, she said, well, she not gonna believe me, so I'm gonna bring the proof here. So I do understand that, but at the same time, why you always gotta embarrass this girl publicly all the time? Like, the girl already get embarrassed enough, and you constantly keep doing it. And then Amber did come with the receipts, yes she did. And that girl Joy, she really didn't want to talk about it in front of everybody. She just wanted to talk about it with Sierra, and it's just like Sierra still was just sitting there like, I just don't believe that. Like, I'm not just his best friend. Yeah, we dating or whatever. We not official. We working on being official. But at the end of the day, we are dating, and it's serious, because I met his mama. I know his kids and all of that. But girl, the proof is in the pudding. Your man is a fuck boy, just like your husband was, bitch. I like you, Sierra, but let's not be stupid again. You were stupid with Shooter, and you're stupid with this nigga. Go somewhere and sit down, like the man is lying to you, and both of these bras been fucking him. So you just need to let it go. And then, Sierra mad with Carly because of how she did it. And honestly, I'll be mad at that bitch too. Yeah, Carly is a good friend at times, but sometimes she may mean well on certain shit, but sometimes she do the most. And in this instance, she did do the most. And then she got a drink thrown in her face. Then she gonna get mad at Sierra for walking away. But bitch, she's embarrassed. What more do you want her to do? She's fucking embarrassed. Like, you put her on Front Street in front of these hoes. Like, basically getting her laughed at. Like, girl, like, what more did you expect from her? And then I got a drink thrown in my face for you, and just like Tokyo said, you the one who was getting all rah-rah and shit like that. Like, you the one who did that, so you asked for it. And honestly, I was with Tokyo on that. Like, you did this shit. You're the reason why we all here for the bullshit. So what the fuck you mad for, Carly? You brought this on yourself. You did. So go somewhere and sit down and stop being mad with Sierra, because you the one who did it, bitch. You did it. Grow up. So later on, Sierra confronts BK about it, and he denies ever fucking around with Amber. But when it came down to Joy, he ain't really have much to say. All he said was, yeah, we've had some relations, but that's just it. And plus, you were just getting out of your situation with Shooter, and I just didn't want to ruin what we had going on. So Sierra was like, well, were you ever messing with Joy during the time that we were together? He said, no. And then in a confessional, was there some overlap with me and Sierra when it came down to Joy? Of course. Your ass still lying. And all he got to do is say he love you and grab on your ass that I don't think is real. Okay? And tell you that he love you. And you fall right back into it like a dumbass. Sierra girl, Sierra girl, Sierra girl. You so dumb. You are so dumb. I love you, but you dumb as hell. Like, I see why you and Georgia Prune are friends, bitch. Because you dumb as a motherfucker. Oh my God. First of all, you talk like you ain't studied Hooked on Phonics just yet. You talk like you don't know your alphabets and your numbers from 1 to 10. And then on top of that, you got the mind of a child of a damn special ed student. And I'm not even trying to throw no shade at nobody that was in special education. I'm really not, so don't take it personal. But god damn, this bitch slow. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. The proof will be right in your face and you'll still stand by that nigga like, girl, come on. I'm living for you, but you dumb as fuck, Sierra. Girl, you dumb as shit. I don't know what else to say to you, girl. I'm rooting for you, but you dumb. Whew. Finally, Keely and Blue talk about whatever happened in the past. You know, their grievances from way back when. And at the end of the day, it's just basically Keely still hurt. But girl, let that hurt go, sir. You need to let that hurt go and let that man see his child. And you know, she was just talking about how her father killed himself and all of that, and she just doesn't want Xavier to not be able to call his father like she can't call hers. And you know, my brother just graduated this past Saturday, and his father wasn't even at his high school graduation, and it was mainly because his my brother didn't want him there. And I do feel bad about the fact that his dad didn't get to see him, you know, walk across the line, because high school graduations is a one-time thing. Like, you never can get that moment back. And I kind of feel bad, but at the end of the day, like, if you're not in your child life, that's just what you get. And, you know, I would never want a child to be in that position. So, all I know is that Blue need to step up now that Keely let him see him and be the best father he can be. That's all I can say about that. And I'm going to close it out with that, because I ain't talking about Erica Mena and I ain't talking about Estelita. Don't give a fuck about Tierra nor KK. And I don't want to talk about Mama D and them fine ass men they had in the background. I just talked about what the fuck mattered to me and probably to everybody else that's watching me. With that being said, before I go, make sure y'all subscribe to my girl Live with Leah. Be sure to subscribe to her, okay? And, you know, be sure to see Love and Hip Hop reviews from James Colwell, Ashley Miller, Forest Rocks, Bounded Blue, and many others. All my social media is at the bottom. And I'm out of here, y'all. To my Basketball Wives review, I'll see y'all later. Peace.